nothing but nylon on those. Coyotes back down by 6. Need a conversion in a hurry. Here comes Frickin now, front of the scoring table. Brings it by middle again. Here's Knudsen. Back up to the top. Heiser. She'll take 3. It's going to be off the mark, so good. And the rebound is going to be controlled by Leah Clausen. Foul underneath on South Dakota. I don't know if you want Angie Heiser taking the 3s, but you need a 3 here in relatively quick time. And so with 30 seconds to go, we'll go back down to the South Dakota State, and Leah Clausen will shoot some foul shots, and that will be on Ann Knudsen. That'll be her second. And Leah Clausen to the free throw line, a 72% free throw shooter. The first one is on the way, no good! Rebound to Ann Knudsen.
On the floor. Kernels are ready to play, it seems, right now.
Yeah, it sure does. Pierre will throw it in from underneath. Kyle Engelhardt comes in. Ball tip, stolen away by Cogley. He'll get it out to Mike Miller, and then Miller has it picked away from him. Back comes Hunter Roberts. Underneath, they got an easy hoop. Kyle Engelhardt will float it up and in. Miller turned, dribbled up the floor, lost it.
Saw a lot of that, a turnover by the Bucks and a quick turnover by the Kernels. Same thing happens here with
So Mitchell by 1. Back in the zone. Here's Young left side, goes down to the baseline, looking for Miller, cross the lane, Mike goes up, whistle, foul called, and he will go to the free throw line for a couple. Good look by Tony Young as he took the ball to the basket. Foul is going to go against number 35, Kyle Engelhardt. His first, and right away we had a quick substitution here for Pierre. Mark Schleckaway, number 33, 6'1", senior, will come into the ball game.
Well, Coach Gary Munson calls Tony Young over. I think for a second there, Tony had a good look at the basket, wanted him to get his feet ready to shoot the ball against the zone.
Free throw by Miller is up and good. Mike coming in here tonight now, 76 of 98, 78% at the free throw line. Second shot on the way, also good. 5-2, Kernels with the lead. In the backcourt, Zach Clark will bring it up the right-hand side. Kuiper on him, man-to-man. Clark, bounce pass, right-hand corner. Engelhardt with it there, being guarded by Kippis. Ball goes down inside, Hunter Roberts. Miller on him. Roberts across the lane, got a man open. They give him a shove. They're going to count the basket. Scheffelbein will score, and a foul is going to be called on Ernie Kuiper. Well, it was a good look by Roberts. He had the ball right side of the lane. Scheffelbein kind of opened up on the left side and caught the Kernel defense, sagging over to one side.
Well, Tim, I like the way Hunter Roberts got the ball at the back. Then he turned and faced the basket and saw Scheffelbein cutting in the lane. You know, nice play there by Roberts.
And the free throw good by Scheffelbein, so he completes the three-point play. Now the Kernels, Young, left wing, 15-footer on the way, no good. Rebound off of Cogley and out of bounds. He and Hunter Roberts battling underneath. Pierre's got still the two big guys. Roberts 6'4", Scheffelbein 6'2", and they both can muscle. Pierre will throw it in as the Kernels put on some full-court pressure. They get it into Scheffelbein. Cogley on him right in front of the Governor bench. Now up to half court, and a blocking foul called on Kuiper. Ernie tried to step in, was not planted. Zach Clark runs into him, and Kuiper will pick up his second here very quickly.
Take away some of the aggressiveness of Ernie Kuiper. 2 quick fouls in the first 90 seconds.
We are tied at 5 apiece. Right-hand side, Engelhardt out on the wing here for the Governors. Looking inside, now he takes baseline all the way underneath. Nice reverse layup. Kyle Engelhardt took it right to the hole. No help underneath for the Kernels that time. Pierre leads 7-5. Miller for Young. Left-hand wing. Mike playing up top now against the zone. Goes to Kuiper on his right. Pass across. Here's Young driving and scoring. Good feed by Kuiper. Cross court, kind of underneath the zone defense as Young was breaking along the baseline. Good look there, and we're tied at 7-7. Kernels again with a pressure, but Pierre handles it. Zach Clark into the front court. Right side, Engelhardt right in front of Coach Gary Munson. Over the Kernel bench, yelling to the Kernels to get your hands up defensively. Now on the wing here, Scheffelbein going to drive on Cogley. A bump and a foul at the free throw line, and this will go on Cogley. Well, the Kernels pick up their third team foul here already. And a substitution for Mitchell. Here comes T.J. Sudbeck off the bench, the 6'2 junior. And he will come in for Ernie Kuiper, who they don't want picking up a third foul this early in the ball game. Just underway, 2.5 minutes in. Inbounds pass, Schleckaway to the right corner. Now dribbles it right back out front. Will hand the ball to Clark, the 6'2 senior. Clark now guarded by Sudbeck. Takes it back right side. Schleckaway on the wing. Looking toward the post. Instead comes out front. Engelhardt drives into the lane. Off balance shot up, no good. Miller on the rebound. He wants to start things out on the run. Miller to the top of the key. Bounce pass off the leg of one of the Governors out of bounds. Schleckaway got a leg on it. It'll be Kernel's ball, though, in the front court. And another substitution coming in. Jesse Allers is going to return to the lineup for Pierre. And Zach Clark will get his first break of the ball game for Skip Kurth. Kernels will throw it in from the corner. Comes in from Young to Kippis, and now out front, Sudbeck. Same zone defense here, 2-1-2 look. Nope, box and one. They're going to chase Mike Miller, Engelhardt. Miller from the corner for three. He's nailed for 3 free throws out there. Engelhardt complaining, but Rick Bromer says nope. Miller launched the ball, ended up on his backside, and Engelhardt with the foul will be his second, and Mike Miller will go to the line to shoot 3 times.
Well, Engelhardt, after Miller shot the ball, Engelhardt just kept moving right back into him before Miller could come down and just knocked him off the ground.
Another substitution here now for Pierre. This is number 43, Scott Rizlov coming in, the 6'2 junior. Skip Kurth using some people off the bench here. Miller's first free throw up and good, so he's 3 for 3 from the line. Skip telling me that he thought Mitchell just yanked him down as the game went on last night, so I think you can look for him to try and use his bench a little bit here early in the game, keep people fresh. Miller makes number 2. Now he'll have number 3 coming. Try and give the Kernels a 3-point lead with 5 minutes yet to go in the first quarter. Third one won't go. Rebound comes out, controlled by the Governors. So Miller with 7 points out of the Kernels' 9. And here's Pierre now on the attack. Left-hand side, Allers goes baseline, leaves it out in 3-point range for Schleckaway. Can't drive the baseline, comes back out front, and Jesse Allers, 6'1 junior, working against Sudbeck out front. Takes it left side, almost traveled with it, now loses the ball. Young picks it up, tries to flip it over to Miller. Out of bounds off the leg of one of the Governors. Schleckaway, it'll be Mitchell ball at half court. Good play by Tony Young. Almost got away with a cute little behind-the-back pass there to Miller as he was on his knees. Miller will set it up out front, and they're going to play again the box and one man chasing him, and this is going to be Rizlov chasing Miller around the floor. Young out front, tries to get it to Cogley, and the ball tipped away. Young kind of forced the pass a little bit. Third turnover against Mitchell, and Pierce still down by 2 points with a basketball. Allers right-hand side, Rizlov out on the wing. Goes down low inside. Hunter Roberts trying to drive on Miller, can't go. Leaves it back out front. And backing out on the dribble will be Jesse Allers again. Now on his right wing, Schleckaway trying to drive on Tony Young. Side of the lane, underhands it up. No good, but a whistle and a foul. Spin move there by Schleckaway. Got the job done. Not a great shot, but did draw the foul. And he will go to the free throw line for a couple. Young will pick up his first foul of the game. 4th team foul on Mitchell here halfway through the first quarter. Schleckaway, the 6'1 senior, free throw is up, and this will be good. Brings them to within 1. The Kernels are playing certainly more intensely than they did last night, but it's still a tight game here early. Second free throw, no good by Mark, and the rebound to Cogley underneath. So Kernels hanging on to the 1-point advantage. Young, right-hand side, Sudbeck way out on the way. Back to Tony Young. He and Sudbeck play catch. Miller trying to run through the defense. He gets banged into in the lane. We're going to get a foul called on the Governors. It'll be called on Derek Scheffelbein. Well, Miller was trying to run through the lane. Scheffelbein really didn't move into him that much, just kind of put the arms up, hit him hard as he was coming through, and the backside official made the call.
It's pretty obvious they don't want Miller to come all the way around on the weak side. The last time he tried, Hunter Roberts stopped him. This time, Scheffelbein stopped him and called for the foul.
Here's Miller straight on for another 3. This one won't go out the back of the rim. Ball loose in the corner. Kippis will run it down for the Kernels. Brings it back outside. Miller way out in 3-point land. Now starts a drive. Ball knocked out of his hands. Did they get him on the arm? Yes, they did. Foul is going to be called against Scheffelbein again. As he reached in, Miller will go to the line. He will shoot 2 with 3:27 to go here in the first quarter. Well, Miller, despite the fact that they've got a guy trailing them all over, still is getting his touches of the ball. Free throw, no good off the back. He'll have another one coming. Mike now 4 of 6 from the line tonight with his 7 points. Second free throw up. This one is good. And a substitution for the Governors. Zach Clark is going to come back in the ball game. And who will leave here? It is going to be Scheffelbein, who will go out with his 2 fouls. We're even up in the team department now, 4 fouls apiece. Zach Clark up the left-hand side of the floor, working against Tony Young, comes across the timeline with a 10-8 to the Kernels. Clark right-hand side to Allers. Jesse still with it. Now the pass into Roberts, kicks it back out front. starting a drive. Rizlov leaves it back. Here's a three-pointer. Allers won't go. Cogley on the rebound. Clears himself, gets it out to Miller. He'll come up the right side of the floor. Miller all the way to the baseline, hanging in the air, into Cogley. Spins in the lane. The 8-foot jumper, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Governors. Now, good look by Cogley. Sudbeck was there for the rebound, but Pierre got there and slapped it away from Sudbeck and out of bounds. Kernels' ball underneath. Tony Young will toss it in, right side baseline. Looking, still looking. Right underneath, there's Kippis open. He's got the lay in.
Well, the presence of Mike Miller, they were so wanting to know where he was at. Forgot on the weak side, Kippis all alone.
Yep, Miller on the opposite side of the floor, and J.J. just snuck right in underneath. Kernels by 4. Work on the left side, Zach Clark. To the free throw line, Roberts. Tries to drive, can't go. Back to Schleckaway in the right-hand corner. Cogley comes out on him. Now they come back up top with it. Allers, the guard. Jesse goes back, right side, Rizlov. And now in the corner, here again is Zach Clark with Kippis on him. Clark spins, drives inside of the lane, gives it back out to Roberts. Roberts going along the baseline, all the way underneath the basket. Nothing there. Slips the ball back out of the opposite corner now to Schleckaway. Good defense here by the Kernels. Here's Roberts again on Miller. The turnaround, good off the glass. Hunter Roberts got it up high enough that Miller couldn't block it, and he banked it in off the glass. And Pierre is right back within 2 at 12-10. 2 minutes to go, quarter number 1. The 2-3 zone now. They've come out of the box and 1. Young out front. Left-hand side, Sudbeck goes baseline. 8-foot jumper, high arch on the way, no good. Rebound belongs to Pierre. Bringing it down is Scott Rizlov, and he'll get it into the hands of Allers. Allers all the way to the free throw line, now losing control, but picks it back up. Kernels almost had the turnover. Down at the baseline, Schleckaway across to Roberts, and he hits another jumper. Hunter Roberts from 6-7 feet out. We are tied at 12 apiece. Pierre doing a good job offensively. They're getting the ball down inside and getting some points. Here's Young. Bounce pass left side. Miller goes in, hangs in the air. 15-footer, good. Oh, and he had 2 men all over him. That was a tough shot. Banked it in, and now a steal by Sudbeck. They knock it away off of who? Off of Pierre. Good job by T.J. Sudbeck defensively on the inbounds pass. It'll be Kernel basketball. Turnover just number 3 against Pierre. Kernels have also just 3 turnovers. Now Kippis is going to come out of the lineup, and Jordan Pitts, the 6'3 junior, will check in for the first time. Young to throw it in. Comes to Sudbeck, out to Miller. Now Cogley out front. We're approaching 1 minute to go. Up and a double dribble on Tom Cogley. He got the ball initially, didn't hold it. It went to his feet. He picked it back up, thought he could dribble again, but no. So that's turnover number 4 on Mitchell. Back into the lineup, Kyle Engelhart, number 35, for Pierre. They'll throw it in backcourt. Zach Clark bringing it up against Tony Young. 14-12, the Kernels. Free throw line goes Clark, goes left-hand side. Rizlov backing his way in. Now he'll leave it behind. Clark coming by to the free throw line again, leans in. Young blocks it with a hand, got him with a body foul. Tony Young, and that'll be number 2 on Tony Young. I am very impressed with the way Pierre has taken the ball to the basket. Now, we have not seen them standing out around the perimeter, throwing up shots. I mean, they're attacking the basket very, very well here.
Probably saw
at the line.
Some success that Yankton had beating the Kernels off the dribble, especially in the first half. But they've got some good looks out of their offensive set here in the first half as Garrett is going to come in. Tony Young will sit here with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. This has been a long first quarter.
Yes, it has. Young and Kuiper both with 2 fouls each. First free throw good, second one no good by Zach Clark. So the Kernels hanging on to a 1-point lead, 45 seconds to go. And we'll check the defense here. Well, looks like either the zone or maybe they're going to follow Miller. We'll have to wait and see. No, it's a straight up 2-1-2 zone. Yep. Sudbeck out front. Right-hand side, Pitts back to Sudbeck. He and Miller are going to play out front, it looks like, against the zone. We're down to 22 seconds. Sudbeck free throw line, pass down to Garrett. Almost lost it, slips it in the lane. Here's Pitts. Oh, they bang Pitts. Got to have a foul. We do a late whistle. Rick Bromer. Pitts made a nice head fake, got his man up in the air, came down right on top of him, and for a moment we had no whistle there, but then we get it. Engelhart will pick up his 3rd foul of the game. Kernels will throw it in from underneath with 15 and a half seconds to go in the quarter, leading by 1. Miller will throw the ball in baseline. Comes way out to Garrett. It's going to try and set up Miller. Now Garrett starts to penetrate. Gets it back to Sudbeck. 8 seconds. Miller out front against the zone with 6. 5, long three-pointer, in and out. No good by Miller. On the rebound, Garrett fires it up at the buzzer, off the front of the rim. Now, Pierre complaining that they were fouled. Garrett's ripped it away that time from Jesse Allers. No foul called. But we got a good game going at the end of one. It is Mitchell 14, Pierre 13. We'll be back in a minute. Look at some stats here at the end of the quarter.
Well, the Kernels are 4 of 11 for 36%. Pierre 5 of 7 for 71%. We mentioned how they were getting some good looks out of their offensive set.
Yeah.
Kernels have rebounded Pierre 7-3. Foul shooting, Kernels 5 of 7. Pierre 3 of 5. Turnovers, Mitchell 4, and the Governors of 3.
Well, Pierre will have it here to start quarter number 2. And out front, Cogley goes to the floor, knocks it away, gets it to Garrett. Here's a lead to Miller, and he can't hold on. Garrett's pass just a little bit high. Right idea. Just could not quite connect, and Miller gives him a nod as he goes by.
And again, we see a turnover, and the Kernels trying to get back on the floor and turn the ball over themselves.
Pierre will throw it in from the backcourt. I like the game Pierre has played, though, thus far. They've played within themselves, haven't got into the transition game here, flying up and down the floor and holding on to the ball. Hunter Roberts, left-hand side, comes out front. Here's Zach Clark going across the top. Left-hand side now, Allers, baseline, pulls up with a quick 8-footer. Too strong. Cogley on the opposite side with a rebound. Will quickly give it out to Kuiper. Kuiper coming right in front of the scoring table, left side of the floor. Pulls up the dribble out front. Leaves it for Cogley and then right back to Ernie. And it looks like we're boxing one here again, and they're going to get a foul right away. Jesse Allers can't play that kind of defense. No. Miller was coming across the lane, and Allers right away, banging him and grabbing on. Skip Kurth is yelling, but that's a foul in anybody's book. I don't care what kind of official you are, you're going to call that one. Coming in is Derek Scheffelbein, and going out will be Allers after picking up that foul.
Well, that happened right in front of the official, Rick Bromer. It was a pretty easy call to make.
16 fouls against the Governors, so another one will be shooting. Miller underneath Kuiper, trying to go under the basket, shoves a pass, and now they tie up jump ball. It is still going to be Mitchell's ball, the arrow pointing the Kernels' direction. Ernie tried to go inside. It's going to be tough against that zone because they're clogging it up. He was just caught too far under the basket to take a shot. Now the pass from underneath. Out front, Garrett's and the Pitts on the right-hand side. Jordan will wait for Kuiper to come by and hands him the ball. Kernels still by 1 point. Kuiper yelling out some instructions out front. We'll go to Garrett's left-hand side. Back to Ernie. Now Pitts on the wing and off to Miller. Back out front again to Kuiper. Pitts running the baseline from side to side, gets it back. Here's Miller, steps inside the three-point line. Jumper won't go. Hits the rim 3 times and comes out of there no good. Good look from 16 feet for Miller. That wouldn't drop. Now Pierre hustling it down the floor, driving inside, scoring is Scott Rizlov. Caught the Kernels a little slow getting back that time. Rizlov's first basket, and Pierre has a 1-point lead at 15-14. Kuiper, left side, Garrett, who should have taken a shot there. He was open. Give it to Kuiper, and a turnover. As Kuiper couldn't hold on, here comes Pierre back. Driving left side, Clark, big collision, offensive foul. Good job by Tom Cogley, stood his ground. And the offensive foul on Zach Clark. That will be his first of the ball game. But there you see the Kernels not looking at the basket. Garrett should have taken a shot. He's open 14 feet away. You're not going to get a much better look than that on the left side. But as a sophomore, you don't do that sometimes. You look for the other guys. Here's Kuiper out front. Takes it left-hand wing. Lob pass down low. Cogley cross the lane to Pitts. Can't hold on. Out of bounds it goes. And there's a case where Cogley could have taken a shot from 3-4 feet away. Tried to make the extra pass across the lane. And not that it's the wrong thing to do, but
just one pass too many there. Cogley, they just overstretched the zone. They back it, the pass back down to Cogley on the block is wide open. That time it was.
You got to start looking at the bucket a little bit. 15-14. Pierre with the lead. They have the ball. 5:35 to go in the first half of play. Rizlov out on the right-hand side with it. Out to Clark. Clark goes down low. Roberts turns, faces the basket. Back in the corner. Here's Rizlov long range. In and out. A 3-point shot. Oh, that was halfway down and popped out. Miller on the rebound. Pass into the front court. Stolen away. Zach Clark off to the races. Miller waiting for him. Clark is not going to take the shot. Rizlov, free throw line, good. Well, a good move by Zach Clark. He pulled up. He did not challenge Mike Miller. They get the 2 points out of it as Scott Rizlov hits the free throw line jump shot. And the Kernels, Mike Miller that time, guilty of a little lazy pass as we came up into the front court. 8 turnovers on the Kernels, and Pierre leads by 3. Here's Kuiper out front. Right side, Garrett's. Back to Kuiper up top. Kuiper starts to penetrate, hangs in the air in the lane, ball knocked away, and off to the races. Here comes Schleck away. He's got Kuiper to beat, goes in, scores. It is a 5-point Pierre lead, 19-14. Miller in a crowd, putting it up. We're going to get a foul, and boy, lucky we got the foul. Mike Miller going in saying, I got to do it. Nobody else is scoring on the floor, and he took the ball in against 3 guys. Not a very good shot, to be real honest, but he draws the foul. And I think you come down to that after a point. Mike Miller says, hey, if nobody's going to look at the basket, I got to do it.
Well, what we saw there was that Sudbeck and Young, 2 shooters sitting on the bench. Now they've come on the floor. We've got to open up the zone somewhat and see if we can't hit some outside shots.
Well, the first free throw missed by Miller. The foul is called on Rizlov, his first. Second free throw coming. And this one also short. Young on the rebound. Tied up, I believe. Yeah, jump ball. It'll be Pierre Governor basketball. Hunter Roberts reached in. I think there's a case of Mike Miller is tired. Again, right now, we talked about this last night. Running against the box and one, trying to do a lot of things on the floor, on both ends of the floor. And he misses both of his free throw attempts.
Well, the Kernels were a little passive full-court press. And now we come out in aggressive full court, but Tim Plimpton, the official, calls a foul right away before the ball's even thrown in.
Now Kernels trying to put on the press. They're going to call T.J. Sudbeck for a hold, and it'll still be Governor's ball. Backcourt, 4:25 to play in the second quarter, and they lead by 5 points. Into the front court, Jesse Allers. To the left-hand side, Zach Clark with the basketball, comes out front, working on Young. Pass down low, threw it away a little bit up high.
Just going to mention, if the Governors could score here, their fans would really make some noise.
Oh, wait a minute. It's going to be Pierre ball. Ball was tipped. Clark right away saying that the ball was tipped out front. We didn't get a call from the official, and then Rick Bromer says, yes, it was deflected, so it'll be Pierre's ball underneath. They throw it in. Right-hand corner, Allers to Roberts, into the side of the lane. Out front, here's a three-point look. No good off the back, put up by Zach Clark and Cogley on the rebound. But boy, Mitchell has not scored in 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Young, pass underneath. Cogley's open for the lay-in. He's got it. Tony Young penetrating, making that play. Cogley's first basket. So finally, we're off that 14-point mark where we were at the end of one quarter, but it took us over 4 minutes to do it. It's 19-16, the Governors. And they slow the pace here a little bit. Zach Clark getting set out front. Takes it over to the right-hand side. Drops the ball there for Matt Clark into the ball game. Running a little weave out front. Here's Allers, leans in with a jump shot. Couple of bounces off the rim, won't go. Miller on the rebound for the Kernels. Long pass intended for Kippis. Throw it away. Boy, Kernels, too many turnovers, and a lot of those have come on transition. 10 turnovers.
And 6 here in the second quarter. They had 16 last night.
Here right back with it again. Zach Clark. Right-hand side of Matt Clark. Matt will take it to the free throw line. Kippis on him. Gives it off left-hand wing to Allers. They play a little catch there. Now Allers again with it out front. And they're going to call him for an offensive foul. He got the forearm up a little bit. Push it off on T.J. Sudbeck. And that will be his second foul of the game. 8th team foul on Pierre. Mitchell has 6. Kernels will have the ball out of bounds in their own backcourt. Well, this is how similar a game to last night. Almost identical the way it's going.
Shufflebine and Schleckaway are back in for the Governors.
Sudbeck will leave it for Young, left corner. Back out to TJ. And again, Young, left-hand side. Pierre staying in that 2-1-2 zone. Out front, Kippis. We've got Miller posting up down low. Now Young, three-pointer, good from the right-hand corner. Tony Young says, I'll pick up some of the scoring for you. And a turnover against Pierre in the backcourt. The dribble got up high and got away from Mark Schleckaway. And the Kernels will get it back with a score tied and a chance to get the lead back again.
Well, the last possession, Miller posted up down on the block. Now Tony Young was running the baseline. They say again on Miller. Tony Young got a good look at the three and buried it.
There's Sudbeck up top. Young left-hand corner. He and Sudbeck play some catch. Cogley comes out, gets it out front. Now back to Young again in that right-hand corner. This time they're in his face, and they knock the ball loose out of bounds. Good defense by Mark Schleckaway, but it'll be Kernel ball down in the right corner. 2:20 to go in the first half, and we're tied at 19 apiece. Young inbounds to Kippis. Now out front, Sudbeck. Again, Miller down low, trying to find an opening against the zone. Now Miller's going to come out front and get it. Back to Young in the right-hand corner it goes. Down low, Kippis back to the basket. They collapse around him, out to Young. Drives in the lane to Kippis, puts it off the glass and in. Tony Young, nice drive. Kippis with his second basket of the ball game. Assists to Young. 21-19. The Kernels have now reeled off 7 unanswered points after being down 19-14. 1:48 to play in the first half. So it took us 4 minutes to score. Now we put some points up. Roberts, right-hand corner, comes out front. Clark, pass down the left-hand side. This is Matt Clark with the basketball. He'll dribble it back out front. He's a 6-foot junior. Just hands the ball out there to Zach Clark. Zach getting by Young into the lane. Big collision. What are we going to get? Oh, the basket will count. We will get a blocking foul on Cogley. Tom wanted the charge. Don't get the call. Just maybe a split second late getting there, and a nice shot by Zach Clark to get it up and in. That is his first basket of the night. He had a free throw earlier, so really defensively, Kernels are doing a nice job. Well, are they going to call that foul on Tony Young? I thought it was Cogley.
Yeah, because I thought Cogley was there possibly for the offensive charge. They're going to call Tony Young for pushing before the collision in the lane.
So that is the third foul on Tony Young. No foul on Cogley. And Clark makes the free throw, and it's Pierre up by 1 at 22-21 on the three-point play. Left corner, Sudbeck up the baseline, pops an 8-footer, no good. Rebound comes back, Sudbeck gets it. Out to Miller. Miller to the free throw line. Pass down low. Here's Kippis's jumper. That comes up short from the side of the lane. And Pierre wants to push the ball. Outlet pass to Zach Clark from Hunter Roberts. Now he says, let's slow down a little bit here. 1 minute to play in the first half. Pass goes to the free throw line. With it there is Rizlov. Right back out front again. Getting instructions from Skip Kurth on the bench on what he wants him to run. Matt Clark takes it inside. Almost slips to the floor, but gets a pass away to Roberts. And again back out front. Now Schleckaway with it. The clock ticking down. 42, 41 seconds to go in the half. And an offensive foul again against Schleckaway. And Pierre fans, players, bench, they can't believe it. Again, they have called that forearm out front and the push-off. And Schleckaway coming over wants to talk to the official, Rick Dromer, asking him a question, and that's all fine and dandy. He wasn't mad at him or anything. So now the Kernels get it back, 22-21 down, 33 seconds to go before halftime. Sudbeck, right-hand corner. Looking inside, can't get it to Cogley, comes to Kuiper. Now Kippis. Miller, they got two men draped all over him. Kuiper, nice pass. Cogley muscles it up and in. Good pass inside that zone by Kuiper. Cogley with a second basket. 14 seconds to go in the half. Pierre bringing it up. Kernels lead by 1. This has been a battle. Zach Clark will leave it to Matt Clark. 6, 5, back to Zach Clark. He's going to go with a 15. No, he isn't. He's going to give it off at the baseline. Jumper no good. Rebound no good. And that'll be the end of the first half. Well, that was a good pass by Zach Clark to Rizlov for the jumper, but Rizlov couldn't get it to go. And then Scott Hilly with you. 23-22 ball game. Let's check the foul situation once again. Kyle Engelhart is the only guy with 3 so far for the Governors. 2 apiece for Scheffelbein and Allers for the Kernels. 3 on Tony Young, 2 for Ernie Kuiper. And they're the only ones in the difficulty right now. Governors come out in the road green. And they will go with Roberts, Scheffelbein, Engelhart, Allers, and Clark. The Kernels, Kuiper, Young, Miller, Kippis, and Cogley. So the original 5 starters out there for both teams. And here we go. Kernels have the basketball to start out the third quarter of play. It'll be the 2-1-2 zone, the way it looks here again for Pierre. Kuiper penetrating free throw line. Bounce pass goes left side to Young, almost knocked away from him. Young gets it back, down low to Cogley, and he tries to force it into the lane, and that's a turnover against Mitchell. Here comes Pierre back now, driving all the way to the basket and scoring. Is going to be Kyle Engelhart. And again, the turnover hurting the Kernels. Mike Miller coming back up the floor now for Mitchell. Takes it right baseline. Whistle as he tries to go to the basket. We're going to get a hold called on Jesse Allers, and that will be the third foul on Allers. They've been doing a nice job of rotating people on Mike Miller, too, because they're getting some foul trouble when they're guarding him, but rotating players defensively. Out front, Young to Cogley, left-hand side, Kuiper. Kuiper comes out front. Cogley back in the lane. Bounce pass. Kipnis along the baseline. Puts it up with the left hand. Will go. Miller on the tip. Can't get it. Ball still loose. And now Pierre will control it. Shufflebine comes away with it underneath. Racing it up into the front court is Allers. To the right-hand corner. Engelhart. Bounce pass into Roberts. He'll kick it out front. Wide open three for Clark. In and out. No good. Cogley on the rebound. Boy, I mean, he was wide open. Somebody sleeping there defensively. Here's Kuiper. Ernie goes free throw line. His pass intercepted. Then it's knocked around and goes out of bounds.
Well, Ernie that time had a wide open shot at the free throw line. Decided not to shoot it. Take another, step or two inside the lane, and now we lose the basketball.
Turnovers the problems. That extra pass going. 12 turnovers against the Kernels. 24-23 Pierre. Out front. Clark and Allers working with it. Now coming over is Shufflebine right off the right side of the free throw line. Cogley on him, back out front. Allers, and now picked up on the wing by Kipnis. Kipnis going to try and go all the way in, scores. Good job by J.J. Anticipated the pass on the wing, stepped right in front of it. Kipnis with 6 points in the ball game. And Mitchell back at by one at 25-24. Clark against Kipnis, and Clark got the dribble up high. So J.J. comes up with his second nice defensive play in a row, causes the turnover.
Well, good defensive pressure in the backcourt by Kipnis. We've seen that a lot, from him, and doing a good job for the Kernels.
See if we can take advantage offensively here now. Kuiper goes left side, working against the zone to Young, back to Kuiper, right-hand corner. Here's Miller, drives in, free throw line, tried to get a pass to Cogley, but it's knocked away and out of bounds. Will still be Mitchell ball underneath. There was kind of that high-low I was talking about. Miller actually took it into the free throw line, but Cogley was breaking open underneath the basket. Miller will throw it in. Comes on the wing. Tony Young right in front of the Kernel bench. He penetrates. Underneath Kuiper with a lay-in, and he's fouled. Count the basket. Well, that's the way to do it. Take the ball inside. That's what Pierre's been doing to us for the most part this game. Penetration, and then the dish underneath. Kuiper with his first basket.
The 3 Ds, as Dick Vitale says, you drive, and you draw them in, and you dish it off, and that was a perfect example by Tony Young to Kuiper, and Kuiper have a chance for the three-point play.
73% on the year for Ernie from the line. He's got it in. 28-24, Kernels. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Zach Clark, the 6'2 senior. Front court goes right-hand corner to Engelhart. Kipnis on him again. Engelhart still with the ball. Now back out front, Schleckaway. Into the lane, Roberts trying to turn on Miller. Can't get off the shot. Back out front, Schleckaway. Free throw line jumper. Bounces once, twice off the rim. Cogley battling for the rebound. Gets the outlet pass to Kuiper. Kuiper to half court. They come up on him. Now he goes to the top of the key with the basketball. Gives it to Young on his right side. Young and Kuiper playing some catch to Kipnis. High posts. Right back out to Young out front. Kuiper left side. Bounce pass down low to Cogley. Oh, into Kipnis. He was there. Couldn't hold the ball. And here comes Pierre out now on an opportunity on a fast break. Schleckaway. Foul. Puts it up. Scores. Young tried to step in front. Draws his 4th foul of the ball game. And Schleckaway will go to the free throw line. Kernels executed that perfectly. Cogley had Kipnis open in the lane. His bounce pass just behind Kipnis. If J.J. had caught that ball, he's got an easy lay-in. And now Young will have to sit, and that will hurt the Kernels offensively here a little bit, unless T.J. Sudbeck can come in and give us some offense. Has not scored yet. Young with a couple of baskets. And here's the free throw up and good. Schleckaway, he's got 6 points, and it's 28-27. Pierre right back within 1. Miller left-hand side. They're on him tight. Goes cross-court to Sudbeck. Now Kuiper. Ernie's going to take a look at the basket. The 15-footer. No good, too strong. Rebound to Pierre. Outlet pass, Schleckaway up the right-hand side. All the way into the lane. Goes to the hoop and can't get the shot. He and Sudbeck collide. No foul called. And back will come the Kernels. Kuiper shutting up out front. Kuiper penetrates free throw line. Bounce pass. There's Cogley underneath. Good pass by Kuiper this time. And Cogley lays it in.
Well, that time Kuiper found a great pass to Cogley. They're going to let Ernie shoot that ball all night. They're letting the free throw line area wide open for Ernie Kuiper here tonight. Yeah,
as he came inside, everybody just kind of backed off the basketball. On the wing, Kuiper tips it out of bounds. It'll still be Pierre ball. Pass coming to Engelhart. Ernie stepped in on it. 4:24 to go in the third quarter. Kernels by 3. They have led most of this game, but the leads have been very, very small. 5 has been the biggest lead. Here's Shufflebine down low against Cogley. Throws it across the lane. Ball loose on the floor. Cogley picks it up. Here's Roberts driving and a block on Cogley. Oh, he got run over the way it looked, but Tim Plimpton didn't see it that way. And Roberts...
He got kneed, too. Hunter Roberts went in with his right knee up on Cogley. Looked like Cogley was set, but Tim Plimpton saw otherwise.
Second foul on Cogley, and Roberts will go to the line. He will shoot a pair here. Hunter Roberts, 6'4", senior. 4 points in the game. Free throw is short. That's his first free throw attempt tonight. Mike Miller still has not scored in this third quarter. He did not score a point in the second quarter. Second one, no good. Miller on the defensive rebound. Still 10 points in the game for Miller. But the Kernels up by 3. Miller with it to Sudbeck, left side, into the lane. Kippis in traffic, up with a jumper. Can't get it. Cogley on the rebound, scores, and he's fouled. Well, Tom Cogley working hard. Nice offensive rebound. That gives him 8 points on the night, and he will step to the free throw line as well. Shufflebine picking up the foul. That'll be his third, and we're going to get a timeout called right here. Governors call a timeout. This will be a short one. We're halfway through the third quarter. Mitchell by 5, back in 30 seconds.
The Look in the Palace Mall in Mitchell. The Look, proud supporter of Mitchell High and DWU University Athletics. Shop The Look that gets new looks.
Well, as we come back, the Kernels have a 5-point lead. Cogley could make it 6, would be the biggest lead of the night. Looking for his 9th point of the game, and nope, short will not go. Governors on the rebound, exactly halfway through the third quarter of play. Zach Clark will work the left side, comes out front, Schleck away. Now on the right-hand wing, Engelhardt. Back out front, Shufflebine, pass down inside, Roberts. Miller on him, doesn't want to take the shot down in there, goes back outside to Shufflebine to front. Now right-hand wing, Schleck away, ball knocked away momentarily by Kuiper. Schleck away gets it back, puts up the shot, no good. Miller on the rebound, they try and knock it loose, now they do, and out of bounds. Still Mitchell's ball, good hustle by Mark Schleckaway. Went to the floor after that ball, going after the steal. Now here comes Scott Rizlov back in for the Governors. The 6'2 junior, he had a good first half with 4 points. And he will give Shufflebine a rest. Kernels again still by 5, and now the basketball back again. Miller going to play out front. Gives it to Kuiper on his left-hand side. In the corner, Sudbeck from long range. That one is just a bit strong. Rebound, Pierre. Long pass down the floor. They've got a man there. Goes up with a shot and scores. Kyle Engelhardt. Good transition by the Governors. Something the Kernels have not been able to do tonight. Get their own transition baskets. It's a 3-point game. Kuiper up top to Miller. Left corner, Sudbeck, 16-footer up. This one again short. Rebound, Cogley gets it in the corner. Clears it back outside to Kippis and now to Kuiper. Cogley again, another nice board right there.
Well, if you look at T.J. Sudbeck, you got to have a player like Sudbeck, someone to shoot the ball.
Miller from way out for the 3. Well, Mike Miller finally his first basket since the first quarter. And it's 35-29 Kernels, and he was 4 feet behind the 3-point stripe. Now a drive, side of the lane, ball knocked loose off of Sudbeck's leg. As Zach Clark got caught in traffic, Miller picks it up.
What you want to finish is a player like Sudbeck. He needs to keep shooting the ball.
Here's Miller, side of the lane, leading in off the glass. Can't get the shot. Cogley, rebound, score. Tom Cogley cleaned it up underneath. 10 points for him now, and it's 37-29, the Kernels. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. A 3-pointer on the way from out front. An air ball put up by Schleckaway, out of bounds. Pierre cannot get rattled here, and the last couple of times down the floor, it's kind of looked like they are a little bit. They have played steady ball all night. Great job. Now they're down by 8, and it's kind of a crucial point of the game for them. Kernels get it back with just under 2 minutes to go in the third. Kuiper to Sudbeck right side. Back out to Ernie to the free throw line. They're playing that box and one again. They got a man following Mike Miller all over the floor, and it is Matt Clark this time. They've shuttled that around tonight. Kuiper again out front. Long pass goes down to the left corner. Sudbeck. Back out to Ernie. He drives into the paint. Bounce pass. Here's Cogley again. 12 for Cogley. Good pass by Ernie. Kuiper gets the assist. And you can't concentrate too much on one guy, that's what's going to happen. Somebody's open. If the Kernels work it long enough, they'll find somebody. Now we're going to get a reach foul on T.J. Sudbeck as he tried to reach around Zach Clark out near the free throw line.
Well, the great penetration on the box in one, and Kuiper gets in the middle of the box.
Yep.
The two base guys come up, and the bounce pass to Cogley on the baseline for the easy two.
39-29. Kernels have pulled away here. Here's Matt Clark from the wing, blocked by J.J. Kippis. Ball comes back. Rizlov driving baseline. Cogley bumped him and fouled him. Cogley running right alongside of him, but never did have position established, and that's foul number 3 on Cogley. And in a hurry, Dexter Nas coming off the bench for Cogley here to play the last minute 14 of the quarter. Cogley gets a nice round of applause. The Mitchell fans will deserve a round of applause. Has played hard. Here's Roberts. Backing it on Miller. Gives the ball up. Driving the lane. Blocked by Miller on a shot put up by Engelhardt. And Noss comes out of there with a rebound. Kernels by 10 with the ball a minute to go in the quarter. Miller out front. Left-hand side gives it to Sudbeck. Up the baseline. Leans in with a jumper. In and out. Noss on the rebound. Fouled as he goes out.
Well, Dexter Noss again off the bench, making some good contributions for the Kernels. 2 quick rebounds.
Well, we're seeing our postmen hitting the boards very hard. That was the first opportunity, obviously, for Noss, but Tom Cogley before him. And Dexter will go to the line to shoot a couple with 53 seconds to go before intermission. Change for the Governor. Scheffelbein will come back in. Going out will be Engelhardt. And also Jesse Allers comes back in at a guard spot. And Zach Clark will go out. And Nas with a chance to increase this 10-point lead and can't get this one off the right side. We'll have another one coming. Kernels at the line. 6 of 12. Is that right, Scott? Yeah, not really great again tonight. Second one by Nas, rolling and dropping. So it is 40-29. Pierre has been stuck on 29 here for quite a while. They've only scored 7 points in this quarter. Out front, Matt Clark to Roberts. Miller knocks the ball loose, still loose. Miller going after it, saves it as it's going out of bounds. Miller reached up, knocked the ball away, and now the Kernels will go for the last shot of the quarter with 30 seconds on the clock, and this has been a nice finish to this quarter. Right now, the Kernels have outscored Pierre 17-7 in quarter number 3. Almost a carbon copy of last night's game, as the Kernels opened it up a little bit in the third quarter there. Sudbeck almost fell out of bounds with a basketball.
Knocked Gary Munson over.
Comes back into Kuiper. We're down to 11. 10 now they get into the hands of Miller out front. Miller goes left side to Kuiper. Starts a drive in the lane. Fadeaway jumper on the way. Won't go. Rebound to the Governors. Nobody's going to get off a shot. That'll be the end of the quarter. Pierre was bound into Germany. They were not going to let Mike Miller take that last.
We promise the best deals on phones and accessories, the best customer service in the business, and the best training on how to use your cellular phone. Wedmore Cellular One has free new phones, free first minute of incoming calls, free features for a month, and for all you existing customers, stop in for a rate plan checkup free. Wedmore Cellular One, your authorized premier gold dealer at 1600 North Sanborn in Mitchell. Call 996-6688. Some restrictions do apply.
Well, here we go with the fourth quarter. We'll get you some stats as soon as we can. Pierre going to try a 3 from out front. No good by Matt Clark, and Sudbeck comes out of there with a rebound. Kernels by 11. Sudbeck into the front court. We'll give it out to Ernie Kuiper. He'll set it up top. They're still going to play box and 1. 4 men playing zone. 1 man-to-man. That's Matt Clark following Mike Miller around. Kuiper to the free throw line. Into the right corner. Sudbeck. And leaves it now for Kippis on the wing. He and Kippis play catch. Now to Miller down low. They double team. They take the ball away. Boy, they had him all covered up as soon as that ball came in. And Hunter Roberts reached in from behind and took the ball away. Turnover against the Kernels, number 14. There's a drive at the baseline, and losing the ball out of bounds is Scheffelbein. It'll belong to Mitchell. Trying to put a move on Kuiper in the corner, just lost the handle on the ball. Shooting after 3 quarters, Mitchell 43%, Pierre 46%. Turnovers are dead even at 14 apiece. Rebounding, Mitchell is out rebounding Pierre 25-13. And looks like Gary Munson wants a timeout. Ernie Kuiper will ask for it. We are 1 minute into the fourth quarter. 40-29, Kernels, short timeout, so we'll be back in 30 seconds.
We invited some people over to watch the Super Bowl. Mom's at County Fair picking up some munchies.
This week at County Fair, get 3 pounds of bananas, 3 pounds for $1. And grab your coupon for a 32-ounce jar of Miracle Whip for only $1.49. Shop County Fair for the best deals in town.
Mom's back from County Fair. She really knows how to tackle hungry appetites.
Come on in to County Fair. You can count on us.
Well, just commented here to Steve, we might find out tonight if the Kernels can win with Mike Miller scoring under 20 points. 13 right now, only 1 basket since the first quarter of play, but yet the Kernels lead by 11. They go down low. Miller right to the hole and blocked by Roberts. Oh, that's a great play. As Miller returned to the basket, Roberts came in from behind to knock the ball away, and now Sudbeck knocking it loose in the corner. Well, you don't see that happen very often.
Now the Kernels got their play off the bench, post up on Mike Miller. That was Roberts coming over, blocking it off the glass.
Roberts made 2 very, very nice plays as he stole the ball away the last time Miller had it underneath when they doubled on him, and this time the block. Here comes out front. Clark goes down inside. Now Roberts wanting to work on Miller offensively, but doesn't take the shot. Back out to Clark. Now Roberts turnaround hook shot. Little too hard. Bangs it off the glass. Rebound. Kippis is there and clears it out to Sudbeck. Now they get it to Kuiper.
Mike Miller can gamble a lot on defense. Fourth quarter, he's got no fouls in the game.
Miller a long 3 on the way, in and out, halfway down. Kuiper trying to save it, and he does, but it comes right back into the Governors. Ernie falling out of bounds, flipped it behind him, but comes right back into Pierre. Now Matt Clark from long range, a 3. That won't go. Foul on the rebound on Roberts. Kippis had nice position on him, and Hunter Roberts will get called for his first foul. No 1-and-1. Still got a couple fouls to go either way on that one. And here comes Tom Cogley back into the game. Dexter Nas will go out for the Kernels. And J.J. Kippis is going to go out. And Tony Young back in. Tony with 4 fouls. 6:14 to play. Mitchell still leading by 11. Pierre has gone now the entire third quarter, and 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, still scoring only 7 points. That has not been an offensive show here at all by either team, really. Kuiper and Young out front. Miller down low for the Kernels. Here's Kuiper going along the left baseline, pinched in, back out to Tony Young out front. He'll retreat out to the point. Now to Sudbeck. Sudbeck again looking in for Miller, posting up, can't get him the ball. They'll reverse it left side. Here's Kuiper into the corner. Sudbeck again with it. Kernels being very, very patient. Now Miller up top. 1 dribble, pass underneath. Cogley lay it. 14 for Cogley. He is the Kernels' leading scorer. As Mike Miller with a good pass inside. 42-29. Pierre driving. Shot up. We're going to get a blocking foul on Mike Miller. And, boy, it looked like he had position. I don't like that call at all. I think that one stumped by Rick Groman. Mike Miller saw that drive coming all the way. He was there, but we don't get it. That will just be Mike Miller's first foul, so it's not any difficulty there. Zach Clark will get the basket. He will go to the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play. Shot is up, and it is good. 7 points for Zach Clark. Their leader, by the way, is Engelhart for the Governors with 8, Clark with 7, and Schleckaway with 6. 10-point game. Miller out front to Sudbeck, right-hand side. Now the corner. Tony Young with the basketball. Again to Sudbeck, and now Cogley left-hand side. He's trying to get the ball into Miller. Can't do it. They're all over him defensively. Kuiper at the top. Again to Young on the right-hand side. Pierce setting in that zone, doing a nice job of keeping the ball away from the basket. Cogley again looking in. And to Kuiper out front. Here's a shot by Sudbeck. Good for 3. Well, TJ hits his first basket. He has not been afraid to put the ball up. That's good, and he hits the 3 right there. It's 45-32. Now the Governors drive. There's the offensive foul. Thank you very much. Zach Clark running over Cogley, and we'll pick it up this time. That is his second foul of the game. So the Kernels will have it in the backcourt with 4 minutes, 41 seconds to go, and a 13-point lead. And the pace of the game has just been slow, and I guess right now a 13-point lead. Pierce in the zone. The Kernels say, so what? Go ahead. Here's Miller on the drive, hangs in the air, puts it up and in. 15 points for Mike Miller. 47-32. Clark, side of the lane, leaves it out in the corner. Schleckaway starts a drive in. Spins, passes the ball out to the free throw line. Here's a move by Engelhardt, loses it underneath. Cogley picks up the ball. Outlet to Tony Young. Young will hold on left side. Now in the lane, Cogley. Nice feet underneath. Sudbeck, shot blocked. Oh, that was great passing. But good defense by Pierre. Scheffelbein comes out. Free throw line. Jumper on the way, no good. Cogley again on the rebound. Now he'll slow it down, and now he's going to be fouled. Reaching in is going to be Mark Schleckaway, slapping Cogley on the arm. Well, Kernels did everything but score the last time down the floor. Really did a nice job of moving the ball around, and this will be free throws for Cogley. 7th team foul on Pierre. Mitchell has 5.
One of the first times we've seen really the Kernels have a successful transition, at least not turn the ball over.
Yeah.
But didn't come up with a good block on the other end.
Cogley at the free throw line. Let's see here tonight. Kernels are 7 of 13 from the stripe. Cogley, I believe, is 0 for 1.
Yes.
He was at the line the one time trying to complete a three-point play and can't get this one. And now on the rebound, we're going to get a reach in on Cogley, and he knew it. As Pierre came out of there with it, that'll be number 4 on Cogley. So he and Tony Young both with 4. 16 foul on Mitchell, so next one will be in the 1-and-1 for Pierre, but the Governors got to get something going offensively. They are down by 15 points. Out front, Schleckaway into the lane. Nice speed. Scheffelbein cannot get the short jumper to go from the side of the lane. Cogley again with a rebound. Gets it away to Sudbeck. Boy, Tom Cogley's got to have a bundle of boards tonight. Well up into double figures, I would say. Miller left side of the lane, feed inside to Cogley. He tries to throw it across the lane. It was tipped. I thought maybe he just threw it away looking for Tony Young, but it was tipped on the way to Tony Young. The Kernels will have it underneath their own basket. Governors making a change here. Coming out of their lineup will be Matt Clark. They get Zach Clark back in. Lob into the lane to Miller. Triple team. They steal it away. Zach Clark. Clark against Sudbeck. Takes it all away. Sudbeck kind of backed off. Let him go there. Didn't want to give a three-point play. Clark with 9 points. 47-34. 3:10 to play. Miller up top. Taking his time. Goes to Kuiper right-hand side. The clock is the friend of the Kernels here with a double-figure lead. Kuiper just coming further out on the floor. Now right wing to Cogley. Back out to Kuiper out front. Pierre is having to come out of the zone now. They're going man-to-man. They've got to. They can't afford to sit in it. Kuiper out front. They're going to try and double on him if they can. He's just dribbling from side to side, and now they reach in, foul him. They have to send him to the free throw line. Mark Schleckaway as the time ticks down to 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go. So Ernie Kuiper at the stripe, 1 for 2 in the game tonight. From the line, 3 points for Ernie. First one is up and no good. Miller on the rebound, puts it up and in. Well, he went up with his jumping ability, just reached right over the top of one of the Governors. 17 now for Miller. 49-34. Out front, Clark looking for some help. Sudbeck knocks it loose, and stepping on the sideline was Sudbeck. Went over to try and save it. Toe just hit the line, so it'll be Pierre's ball in their front court. And Jordan Pitts is going to come in the ball game for Mitchell. And I'm not sure who he's going to replace yet, because we're going to get a timeout before we find out. 2:22 to play. The Governors asked for the timeout. They're down.
The Trane high-efficiency furnace has to live up to its name. So call the home heating experts at Olson Sheet Metal today. 996-8616. It's hard to stop a Trane.
Well, the Governors put the ball in play after calling the timeout. We'll see if we can get you some updates, by the way, on those other ESD games tonight. Yankton was leading Vermilion. Lennox was way out in front on Huron. Here's a turnaround in the lane. Roberts will get it to go. 6 points for Hunter Roberts, the 6'4" senior. Fading away from the basket. It's 49-36. Miller to the right baseline, leans in with traffic, can't get it. They keep the ball around. Now Miller goes up foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Jordan Pitts kept it alive, and then Miller on the second try draws the foul. And we'll shoot two with 1 minute and 56 seconds to go. Talking about Pierre, Steve, it's a situation where if they fall behind like this, it takes them out of their whole game plan. You know, that tough zone and keeping the scoring in check. If they're ahead by a couple of baskets and you get to this point of the game, you're in big trouble.
Exactly.
Miller's free throw up and good.
The third quarter, again, the Kernels just had the good run there that broke it, the 7-8 point lead. And the Kernels can pull them out of that zone, which they did for a while, and the Kernels have increased the lead now to 14.
New player in, Matt Hall, number 53, a 6'4 senior. Miller makes the first one, can't get the second one, but Cogley comes up with an offensive rebound. Out to Miller, into the lane, up in the air, ball partially blocked from the side.
Cogley again.
There he is again. Ball didn't get to the basket, but Cogley is there. Miller out front, now gives it out to Sudbeck. 1:39, 1:38 to go. Sudbeck looking for some help, gets it away to Jordan Pitts, and as he does, they foul him on the arm. 50-36, the score. Now the Kernels are going to go to 10-2 here tonight and will open up a 3-game lead in their districts. The Governors and Aberdeen Central both will have 5 losses. And Aberdeen Central still has to play at Custer tonight, and we'll get you a score, of course, later on that game. And here's Sudbeck's free throw good. PJ hasn't had very many attempts, just 1 for 3 on the season, so that makes him 2 out of 4 overall. Second one on the way, also good. 5 points for Sudbeck on the night. 52-36, and she's all over except for a final minute and a half here now. Rizlov, right side. They try a little alley-oop underneath. Zach Clark couldn't get up in the air and get it. And now the ball knocked away out front by Miller. Has a little trouble finding the handle. Now they're all over Miller. And he goes up on top of the scoring table. And Schleckaway will get the foul, and I think that's going to be all on Schleckaway, his 5th. And Miller will go back to the free throw line. Well, hope there was no damage to the scoring equipment. The possession arrow got knocked over. But otherwise, things seem to be all right. Well, the 4th foul, on Schleckaway. I thought it was the 5th. And Miller will go to the free throw. It was the 5th. All right, they had 4 on the board. I had him for his 5th, and that's what it is. Well, Miller to the line looking for point number 19 of the night, and he's got it. Everything's 2 shots now for the Kernels, as they have hit the 10-foul plateau of the Governors. Dexter Nas getting ready to check in after this free throw. Miller hits them both, and Nas will come in for Mike Miller, and he will finish with 20 points on the night. Pierre, again, did a great defensive job, but as good as the job you do on Miller, he's still going to get his points. They held him scoreless in the entire second quarter. But Miller will finish, as we said, with 20. Cogley is next with 14. 54-36. The Governors have been held to just 14 points in the second half of this game with 1:08 to go. Out front, spin shot on the way. No good. Put up by Ullers. Ball loose in the lane. Pierre gets it back. They put it up and score. And this is Ryan Walls, will put it in. The reserve for the Governors, number 45, Ryan Walls. Out front, Young. They knock the ball loose, but a foul is going to be called. Kernel's going to bring in a bunch of reserves here now as Tony Young is fouled out front. We're going to get Garrett's coming back in the lineup. We'll see who else is going to come back in. Looks like Luke Mantell will be one of them. And Kyle Music waiting to come in. He'll come in for Young. Cogley leaves. Sudbeck leaves. They get a nice round of applause. Cogley played a hard game here tonight underneath. I'll be interested in the official rebound stats. Got to be close to a dozen, I would think. 14 points for Cogley. Free throw by Young comes up short. Tony with 5 points. Nobody else really close to the double-figure mark except for Miller with 20, Cogley with 14. Now a couple more subs coming in for the Kernels. Josh Gable, the 6'4 freshman, will come in. And Macheski will come in. Matt Macheski,
the freshman.
Here's Young's second one. That's good, and now he will leave the ball game, finishing with 6 points, and Kyle Music will come in. So Gable, Macheski, Mantell, Garrett, and Music will finish it out for the Kernels with 48 seconds to play. 55-38 score. To the free throw line, Allers. Here's a jumper on the way by Rizlov. That will go. Scott Rizlov has 6 points on the night. 55-40. Mantell will bring it up into the front court with 32 seconds to play. Goes to Macheski, left-hand side. Matt getting double-teamed, gets a pass out front. Garrett's free throw line, tries to slide it into Gable. It was tipped, and then it went off Gable's hands and out of bounds underneath. Here we'll get it back with 24 seconds. Bringing up Ollers. Here we'll go to 3-5 on the year. 2-5 in the conference, and now they throw a pass away out front with 16 seconds to go. Kernels will go to 6-1 and tie Brookings now for the ESD lead, both at 6-1, 10-2 overall. Kyle Music working the right side, goes to the free throw line, bounce pass, Gable jumper baseline, good with 5 seconds to go. Pierre will throw it in bounds. They will not bother to take a shot, and that's the ball game.